All right, so I think there might be a couple videos about this already, but I figured I'd go ahead and cover it. I'm gonna swap out the shoulder buttons on a Game Boy Advance SP. These ones up here. Right now they're a little clicky. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but they kind of click. But I want to try swapping them out with these super clicky ones. So let me show you those. Here, well, it's harder to tell. There we go. Can I hear it? You can get these on, there we go, that's super clicky. Anyway, you can get these on Amazon for super cheap. I got like, I think 100 of them for $5. I'll try and link it. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna desolder the old switch and then solder in this new one. And yeah, I'll just go through that process real quick. So I have this solder sucker here. You just push in the plunger and then you melt the solder a bit and then you push the button on here and it sucks it up and it's supposed to pull the solder in. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you gotta get some stuff moved around and sometimes pieces of solder falls out like that. So let me show you desoldering if it'll work here. So just gonna heat up one of these pads. My soldering iron. And then just stick this on. And you can kind of see it didn't really get all of it there. Let me see if we can do this any better. That's okay. Let's try the other posts here. Yeah, that one came out a lot better. And really, I could just, and I may just end up clipping off the old switch since I'm getting rid of it anyways. Yeah, came off pretty good. All right. So what we got? Yeah, it's still in there. So I'm gonna try sort of wiggling it out. And like I said, I may just end up cutting it out. Oh, that's the wrong side. Although I am gonna do both sides. Yeah, I'm actually going to cut off the parts that are sort of sticking out there right now. Should make it easier for them to slip through if they need to. Yeah, let me see if that'll make this any easier. Yeah, you kind of just gotta heat it up and wiggle it out a little bit at a time for each solder point. Eventually it does start coming out there. There we go. Got it out. Still intact, so technically I could reuse that if I need to. But I don't expect that I'll need to. So now we have this new switch, and it's got 4 legs on it, and as far as I know, all 4 legs are essentially the same, but we only need 2 of them, so we're just gonna bend 2 of them up sort of straight like that, and then we're gonna slide them through the 2 bottom holes. You can see that. There we go, kind of work it in there. Get it as flush on there as possible. And then I'm just going to bend these down again, or yeah, bend them down to sort of hold it in there. Get that flush as I can. And then I will get some solder here. And then solder them on. Okay. So that should do it. Should be good to go on there. I'm just going to trim these off now. And let me put it back in just to show you, and it'll be the same process on the other side, but I'll just show you how it sort of works in here. And another thing I might do is reinforce. Oh yeah, I gotta, oh actually, you know what, that's not on there very well. You can see that sort of, let me fix that. Kind of push on it, sort of straighten it out. Okay, that's better. Good enough at least. So yeah, I was talking about might try and, oh shoot, I did it wrong. I put it on the wrong side. Yeah, that was dumb. All right, well, let's do that, all that again. So, now, as you can see, it's only on there with 2 solder points, but on the SP shells, they have this little sort of shelf thing that the switch kind of sits on, so it kind of holds it up. But get that in there. There we go. So that's the old switch. This is the new one. Old, new. So it's very, very clicky. But if it's not, if you look at it in there, you can see it sort of sits on that shelf. There's still a little room. I don't know, it's hard to tell how much it's sitting on that little shelf thing. But what I like to do is get some of this stuff. It's like double-sided sticky foam. I like to cut out a tiny piece of it and put it on the underside, stick it to the underside of the switch. Just take off one side of it here. And stick it up there. All right, and then that just adds a little extra padding to it, which should keep it from breaking. At least I think so anyways. But yeah, that's basically that. It works just the same. I have another one here that I did it to both of them on, and it's just super clicky and satisfying. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to these micro switches. But yeah, hope you find that helpful. All right, I got it all put back together. I got both the triggers swapped out, and you can see as I click them, the screen switches back and forth. So they are both working and both clicky. So yeah, looks like we got it.